All right. Hello, Westmore Central. This is Miss Hennessy here from the Guidance Department. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined with Mrs. Caitlin Locke from the University of New Haven. Hi, Caitlin. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Could you start off the interview by just telling us a little bit about yourself and the University of New Haven, and what are some of your favorite aspects of the school?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Caitlin Locke. I'm the Director of Recruitment here at University of New Haven, located in West Haven, Connecticut. A little bit about my experience. I've worked in the admissions office in higher ed for, wow, just over 10 years now, in a few different capacities, but all within admissions. I'm very passionate about working with students and helping them to, see if University of New Haven could be the best fit for them and a new home away from home for them. As far as some, key aspects or favorite things about University of New Haven, one of my favorite things about our school is, you'll read online, there's so many majors and there's so many things to be a part of and so many activities. And, our students get so involved, but they don't get pigeonholed into one, you know, thing that they're defined by. So they're not just a marching band student. They're not just a forensic science major. They're resume of activities, and they're really able to create their own personalities at school.
Oh, that's excellent. Did you actually attend the University of New Haven?
I'm one of the few that did not actually. But, looking back at my college search process, I think it would have been a good fit for me. But, I was one of those students that had no idea
Yeah.
what they wanted to do. So I thought you needed a big school for that. And one of the things I have found about our school that I think is very fitting and resonates with a lot of our students is that we are a smaller size school. So you have that smaller kind of classroom environment and personalized attention, but we have the long list of majors and the long list of activities that rival some of those bigger schools.
Which is great. It sounds like you're, with the smaller class sizes, you're able to make good connections with your professors, but there's still a lot of ways to get involved within the school for a variety of different students with different interests, which is excellent.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us a little bit about the campus culture, sports teams, clubs? Is Greek life big at the University of New Haven?
Absolutely. So quite a bit going on our campus. Right now, we are Division II for athletics. We have 20 varsity teams. We just added men's and women's golf teams very recently. And right before that, we added a women's rugby team.
Nice.
So those are just a few to name that are new to the roster. It's football season here, and we have a pretty robust football program. We have a bright blue turf, so our students love to head up to the games, hear the marching band perform, see the cheer team and the dance team. So safe to say we have a lot of school spirit and kind of that fall New England football vibe is going on our campus right now. We do have Greek life at the university. A number of our students participate. We have about 17 different organizations, fraternities, sororities, co-ed, you name it. But again, it's one of those things where students might be a part of Greek life, but they're also part of many, many different organizations on campus. So part of our culture here. In addition to that, over 150 clubs and organizations that students can be a part of. So some are tied in with academic programs or professional tracks. Some are just purely for fun or based on a certain hobby. But there's usually something for everybody here. And, if a student does arrive and we don't have that one specific club or activity that they're passionate about, it's really easy to launch your own club here.
Oh, that's excellent. What are some fun traditions at the University of New Haven?
So I mentioned football, so this is kind of top of mind for us right now. We have a marching band that's close to 200 members, so they literally bring the school spirit up to a lot of our games and activities on campus. But one of my favorite traditions is that on a game day, so our fields are about a 5-minute walk from like where the admissions office is, where I work. And on a game day, our marching band and our cheer team and our dance team, they'll line up right in front of the admissions office, which is right at the main entrance to campus. and they perform and play as they walk up to where the field is located.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
Almost like a mini parade kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of our students at the same time are sort of walking along with them heading up to the game. So it's kind of a really cool tradition that we have that I think is not just for the university, but it's for the residential area around campus, and it's something that a lot of us look forward to. So I'd say, except when it coincides when we have visitors to campus doing an information session in our building, because then they get very distracted.
What are some of your top majors at your schools?
Yeah. So we have over 100 different academic programs spread across 5 different colleges. I'll kind of just quickly go through each of the colleges and highlight a couple if that's
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a College of Arts and Sciences. Again, a very robust arrangement of majors are offered there. A couple that are really well known for us within our psychology program. We have a few different concentrations, but one that often stands out when we're meeting with students is our forensic psychology program. So it is a concentration within the degree, and it's great for students that are interested in like what motivates somebody to commit a particular crime and cross-section with the legal system and all of that. We have a great music department as well within the Arts and Sciences College. So anything from the business side of music to the actual recording, to the technology, to the performance. We have 4 different majors within that area. We have our own recording label where students can do the A&R, the recording, the marketing, like any piece of that experience that they're interested in. And then, of course, your traditional arts and sciences. One that kind of stands out is our science program for marine biology. They just had a name change, so I'm still learning that. Marine and environmental science is their new department title. So we're located just a couple miles from the water. So our students that are in those areas, they can literally like gather as a class, ride the bus over to the beach, collect their samples.
How nice is that?
Yeah, right back in the classroom. So it's really cool. Within our School of Business, a couple that are notable, we have a great sport management program. So students that are interested in the business side of the sports industry are really drawn to that program, as well as a hospitality and tourism management program within that college too. We have a School of Health Sciences, many different, either patient-facing or kind of behind-the-desk opportunities for majors, but the one that is most well known for us is our dental hygiene program. We have a dental center right across from our main entrance to campus, which if you picture when you go to the dentist, there's usually maybe a couple of exam chairs. This is a whole classroom setting filled with exam chairs. It's open to the community. It's open to members of the campus community, and our students are learning right there what it takes to be a dental hygienist. So it's a really neat one.
That's a great program.
Yeah. Our Tagliatella College of Engineering has your traditional arrangement of all the different engineering majors, plus very popular programming in computer science with options for game design or cybersecurity. And then we have a very well-known cybersecurity and networks program, recognized by some of the 3-letter agencies for their outstanding work. And then our last area is probably what we're most well known for. That's our Henry Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Science. So anything you can think of that's kind of public service, public safety related, we have a program for it. The 2 that are in the title, forensic science and criminal justice, are very popular for us. Forensic science being the kind of in the lab side of things, a lot of chemistry, a lot of biology, studying what might come back from a crime scene. Criminal justice, a little more, out of the lab in the field kind of vibe there. But, kind of right on either side of those, we have programs in intelligence analysis, homeland security, fire science. We have a fantastic paramedicine program. So your first responders, that's sort of Henry Lee and health sciences related. So I'm sure I'm forgetting some.
Those all sound like excellent programs you have. Forensic science is one of our top electives here. So students love to take that class. And a lot of them are looking for ways to continue, taking similar classes in college. So it sounds like University of New Haven has a lot of great opportunities in that subject area.
For sure.
We hear a lot about sticker price versus actual paid price. What can you tell us about the tuition and typical financial aid packages at the University of New Haven?
Yeah, that's a conversation we have almost daily with families. There's kind of a lot to unpack in those conversations.
Mhm.
Um, when it comes to discussing costs with us, I usually kind of say it sort of comes in three waves. So, of course, we share the sticker price with families when they visit, but it's not really an authentic look at what families pay. We wouldn't encourage families to pay the sticker price to attend the university. So with us, we offer merit-based scholarships right at the time of admission to the university.
Mhm.
Those range from $10,000 to $30,000 a year. That's kind of what I call wave one, because you find that out right at the time that you're accepted. And
Mhm.
many of our kids apply for early action, so they're hearing back fall of senior year, and they've got some good news and a scholarship in tow. We do offer a few additional scholarships for kind of certain pockets of students. So maybe you're joining the honors program, maybe you're joining the marching band, stuff like that. There's a little extra money. So that's kind of wave number two. And then the third wave is the big piece. So getting that financial aid package. So we work really closely with families to make sure that they're submitting their FAFSA, the free
Mhm.
application for federal student aid. And once that's been received by our school, we're able to put together a financial aid package and issue that to families. And once you really have that financial aid package, it brings things full circle. You're understanding, not just the scholarship that I already knew about, but did I qualify for any university grant money? Did I qualify for any federal or state grant money? Is there a work study opportunity in here? What are my loan options? So it really brings a lot of clarity to the situation. So um, we do work really hard to make sure families are submitting the FAFSA so that we
Mhm.
can get them that financial aid package as soon as possible because it's so important in the process.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. What type of student do you typically accept based on factors like test scores, GPA, class rank, etc.?
Sure. So academics are huge for us. We want to make sure that our students are going to be successful in the classroom. Um, Average GPA tends to be around a B plus, so like a 3.4, 3.5 out of a 4.0 scale. And again, that's an average. So truly, we do accept a range of GPAs around that. By no means is that a minimum. We are test optional, but
Mhm.
for students that do submit the SAT or ACT, average is kind of ballpark about an 1150 for those that choose to submit between the math and the critical reading on the SAT and kind of a ballpark 26, 27 ACT composite score.
Got it. If students do not submit their test scores, are they still eligible for scholarship opportunities?
Absolutely.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you. So we are an IB World School. We have both the IB Diploma and IB Career related programs here. How does IB affect a student's admissions candidacy? Do IB students have an advantage over non-IB students?
Sure. First off, we know it's a lot of work to those IB courses, so we certainly take into consideration the rigor of courses that students are taking. So, IB courses are looked at very fondly, very, very, favorably in the process. Um, some, if need be, we can recalculate GPAs, keeping that in mind, but generally we would use the GPA provided in tow with the rigor provided by the school. Um, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. How important is the college essay in the admissions process?
Yeah, very important and also a lot of our favorite piece of the application.
Mm.
Of course, we see a lot of transcripts, a lot of scores, a lot of applications, but the essay is the true kind of like individual piece, that piece that student submits that really lets us know a little bit about them. So not only is it really important because it gives a lot of context to what we can see on a transcript or an application. Um, but it's also our favorite piece. There's some really, really memorable essays that come through, and those really stick with us. We really read them.
Yeah.
So, take the time to have them proofread, and don't feel like you have to write something that you think we want to read.
Mhm.
I always say myself and a prospective student, if we were going to sit down and have a cup of coffee and you were going to tell me why you're interested in studying this major, why you want to go to this school, like those are very simple and very effective essay topics.
Definitely. How important is your activities list in the college admissions process?
Yeah, I mean, our academic piece weighs the most heavily into our decision making process, but we talk a lot about finding fit and making sure students are finding the right fit school. And a lot of times, and when we're reading that application and we do see those activities in there, you can picture them being at your school. You can see them part of the organizations that we have here on campus, and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. How can a student make themselves stand out in the college admissions process at your school?
Yeah. I would say making the most of your college visits is a great way to stand out. We are all working the open house days, the accepted student days, all of the programs that we invite our students to, and um, attending those sessions with us, meeting us, saying hi to us at the check-in table gives you a chance to connect with us and gives you kind of a really nice little gateway to have some one-on-one conversation and get direct answers about any questions that you have in the process. But otherwise, in the traditional application process, making use of that essay, if you feel like there's any additional information that's really important for us to consider when we're making decisions, use that little additional information section or just email your admissions counselor. It doesn't have to be the essay where you share, I broke my leg last year, I was sick last year. Like there's other ways to get that information across too. So.
Yeah, no, that's really helpful. Thank you. And this is our last question, Caitlin. If you could offer one piece of advice to a student, either really early in the college search process, starting junior year, they're starting to visit schools at this point, see what they like, what they don't like, or a student all the way at the end, ready to submit their applications, our seniors right now, what advice would you give to them?
Yeah. Get out there, visit the colleges, get a feel for, distance from home, size of the campus, and kind of keep an open mind as you go through it. What you see in a summertime visit when there's nobody on a college campus might be very different from what campus life is like if you come during, fall semester or spring semester. And I think that piece is really, really key to understanding if that school is going to be a good fit for you. I know in this day and age, there's a lot of good stuff online, a lot of virtual tours, a lot of virtual, visit programs, but I don't think there's a replacement for physically driving to that campus, being there, and just kind of soaking it all in.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's great advice. Thank you. So, Caitlin, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to meet with us. University of New Haven is popular amongst our students, so it's just really good to hear more about the school and what it's like from the admissions perspective. So we really appreciate your time today.
Very good. Thank you so much. And all of our counselors' information is on the website. So if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you.